What's up, folks? This is Prepper Princess. Today I'm going to talk to you about why I absolutely despise shopping. You have heard about it everywhere. Retail therapy, shopping addictions, things along those lines. Now, something that you all don't know about me, I am a Virgo. A Virgo is an extremely logical person. I am like Spock. Every decision I make is logical and not emotional when it comes to my finances, because finances are not emotional for me. They are a tool. So, let me just first and foremost say that I have worked in retail in one form or another most of my life. One of my previous jobs, I am now allowed to say it. I was in contract with them for a full year where I could not say anything about them on any social media platform, is Restoration Hardware, also known as RH. I love RH. I tried staying with the company when I moved, but the commute just would have been too much. They are an amazing company. I can't even begin to tell you how much they taught me about what true customer service is. And I think that they spoiled me a little bit in the fact that now I know what customer service really is. So let me first and foremost talk about shopping. I hate shopping. I absolutely hate it. And I don't understand. It actually brings me anxiety to go to a store. They are overcrowded. There is no customer service. There's no such thing as customer service anymore, except for with Restoration Hardware. I simply believe that it does not exist. You ask someone where something is, and they treat you as if you are inconveniencing them while they're on their phone at work, playing that bird, Angry Birds, I don't know, texting their friends, being on social media. And I think that that is unprofessional, and I don't like asking anyone for any help for anything at any store ever, because it just makes me feel like a horrible person just based on the way that they look at me. Then I go and I get a product that I need, and I take it up to the front register, where I then have to wait in line for the privilege of purchasing their product in their store. Whereas, you know, people say it used to be customer service, maybe in the 1800s, when all you had was a general store and maybe one customer would come in at a time and the one person behind the counter would talk to you while you were there. That's maybe what customer service used to be, but in my lifetime, it has always been as horrible as this. And then they don't typically, when you go to places, sometimes they don't even have cashiers. They don't even have people. So you have to wait in line for the privilege of spending your money on their product, and then there's nobody to help you. You have to do it yourself. Okay, I have to do it myself. And I have to pay you to do it myself. Okay, great. Okay, gotcha. I understand. If you have any sort of questions about a product, each store now has hundreds of thousands of products. And there is no way that any person who works at any of these places is going to know everything about every product. So if you have any questions about product, nobody has the answer. The only thing you can do is pull out your phone and Google it and hope to get the right answer. So there is no product knowledge, there is no customer assistance. I don't understand it. And then another thing, which is really important as I've downsized from my 3-bed, 2-bath to a 2-bed, 2-bath, I had to get rid of 2/3 of my belongings, or at least half. So once you buy an item, it's hard to get rid of the item. Take furniture, for example, a couch. So say you go and buy a couch. I call it a sofa because of Restoration Hardware training. But you go and purchase a sofa and you pay $1,000. Let's say you want to upgrade your furnishings and you want to get a different $1,000 sofa. So you're hoping that you can sell your old sofa for half of what you paid for it. It's in perfect condition, it's comfortable, it's beautiful. So you try and sell it for $500. Well, nobody will buy it for $500 or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1, or take it when there's a free sign, because nobody wants furniture. You actually have to pay. You have to pay to get rid of it. You have to take it to a dump and pay a fee to get rid of it if the thrift stores won't take it. And thrift stores generally, a lot of them won't take large pieces of furniture anymore. So the second you buy a product after going through the horrible experience of buying it, then trying to get rid of it so you can upgrade, you can't even get rid of it. So what's the point in spending it in the first place? So like, you literally have the hardest time getting rid of the thing that you went through hell to get. All right. So I'm sure you're like, what about online shopping? Okay, let's talk about online shopping that I also hate. So you go to, what's a place that you could shop for stuff online? Amazon. So you go over to Amazon and you're like, okay, I'm going to look at, socks. I'm going to look at socks, right? I need new socks. You go look at a cheap pack of 6 packs of socks for $10, right? You put it in your cart, and then first of all, you're like, wait, maybe I need some shoes to go with my socks, and some new pants, and a new shirt, and a new necklace, and some new scarves, and I do need some hats. So instead of getting the socks, you're you're spending way more than you expected to pay when you first went in there. And let's say that you don't do that, okay? Let's say you just put it in your cart and you're gonna stew it over for a day, and you're gonna think about it for a day to 1 to 3 days. Within that 1 to 3 days, do you ever notice in your search engine that whether you're on Amazon or not, all these different ads for socks and shirts and shoes and scarves and hats and necklaces and jewelry all start popping up just because you looked at these socks for 2 seconds on Amazon? Yeah, they've got your information, folks. They've got your search history and your address and your name, and they know what type of bottled water you drink, and they have your credit card information. They give you a buy now, click option, and now they're starting with buy now, pay later options, which is even worse. But every single shopping experience I have is pretty darn horrible. I hate it. I hate going out there. Oh, memberships. Oh my gosh. Costco memberships, Sam's Club memberships. Oh my gosh. So you want me to pay you for the opportunity to purchase your products in bulk for a single person. And then I go up to the cash register. I have to wait in line for an hour. And then when you finally do check me out, you don't have any bags. I have to use boxes or just throw it in my cart or bring giant storage bins with me because you don't even have the audacity to give me a bag for the stuff that I just paid $300 for in your store. Everybody needs 24 cases of toothpaste at a time. I mean, of course, we all know that. Look, every experience I've had shopping has been horrible. In fact, I don't even go to thrift stores anymore, believe it or not. So the only time I haven't gone to a thrift store in a year, in over a year, or any store other than groceries, because I have to eat. But I'm not going to go to a thrift store to see what they have on sale, because that's the recreational shopping in us happening, right? So we want to do the recreational shopping, but we don't want to pay full price. So we go to the thrift store, and recreational shopping is when you don't even need anything. You just go to look to see what they have, to see if they have anything that you didn't know you needed, right? I've been there and I've done that. I'm not doing it again. Yeah, so let's say I need a new pair of pants and I go to the thrift store. I'm going to go to the thrift store. I'm going to get 1 new pair of pants. And then, of course, they have buy 2 for $10. I don't want to buy 2. I came here for 1 pair of pants, and that's all I'm going to do. Well, here's a coupon for your next visit. Oh, no, I won't be needing your coupon. I won't be back in time for it to expire. That's how I work. That's how I roll. And I hate it. And the same sort of goes for restaurants at this point, too. I'm not talking about McDonald's and Taco Bell that used to be back in my day when gas was 98 cents. You could go to a McDonald's and get 49-cent cheeseburgers on Tuesdays, and no, 29-cent hamburgers and 39-cent cheeseburgers on Tuesdays. You'd go and get like 5 of them. You'd be the happiest little pig in town. And now it's like you can't get those things anymore. You know, you go to McDonald's and now it's like $17 for a Big Mac meal. I might be exaggerating, I don't know. I haven't been there in a long time. You go to KFC, it's the same thing. That'll 26 to the first window, and you give them your money, and then they like throw your credit card back at you, and then, or your debit card, and then you go to the second window and they throw the food and drink at you, and you're so fat. You're like, oh my God, slow down. I can't, just let me put it in the passenger seat before you shove the drink in my face. You know, they have to keep, you know, they have to go fast, but that's not something that I look forward to. And then when you have a sit-down restaurant, you have a waitress who's super sweet to you to get your money, but the food's awful, and it took an hour to get your meal. And I know it's not the waitress's fault. It's probably, you know, bad management's fault. But God, I don't want to sit down and wait for a half an hour to an hour to get my meal. Meanwhile, I could be in the middle of a conversation with my best friend, and the waitress walks up at the most important part of the conversation and interrupts me. Everything going okay? Can I get you more water? Would you like more coffee? Geez, waitress, I know you're here to do your job and you're doing a great job, but that was like the worst possible time you could have interrupted me. So yes, I don't like shopping. I know that my brain probably has like some sort of malfunction in it compared to the rest of the United States, but again, I am Spock. I think in complete logical terms. I do not think emotionally. And in logical terms, shopping is stupid. All right, folks, don't forget to check out my book, Living on Almost Nothing. I will leave a link in the description below. And don't forget, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are right. Prepper Princess out.
Rocky, can I kiss it? Oh,
Oh, such a little traitor.